What is up, everybody? I'm Andy, right here at the Creative Table, joined by illustrious writer and voiceover artist Chris Arias, illustrious writer and editor Eli Waddell. Today, guys, we're having a special episode talking about something that I just find fascinating.
I don't know what we're doing. The non-writer dragged the two writers in this room talking about how we knew writing better than us, and now I'm curious
Today, we're talking about the lost art of the hot dog scene. And this is
We don't do those kind of movies, Andy.
Don't do those. So when I was a kid, I saw this movie called 2010, The Year We Make Contact. This is a sequel to 2001, the Kubrick
2001, who has ever called it that? No one on earth has ever called
2010, the sequel to
2001.
Unlike 2001, this is a much more watchable, enjoyable film for the masses. It's not as much of a deep think. It's a much more plot, story, action, purpose-driven film. A little tighter and rider.
Copy.
Peter Hyams wrote and directed it based on the actual novel. The principle or the story of the movie is, hey, the spaceship from 2001 is still out there. We don't know what happened, but it's falling out of orbit. We got to get up there and figure out why is it falling out of orbit, or we're never going to know what happened. So that's kind of the inciting incident. They get up into space. All these things happen, and they could have just done like what, chip in here if you want, but like what modern movies always do, which is just
things happen.
Things happen, and they keep
and more things happen. And more things happen.
Action,
and bigger
actioners.
things happen.
More action. And instead, they said, you know what? Let's have a scene where the characters pause. It's not at the end. It's not the beginning. It's a little after the middle. They pause and they go, man, what are we fighting for? Like, what are we here for? Or what do we remember? Like, we look back, and I think it's where they find the energy to maybe
keep moving forward
through the challenge they know is coming, and
without sounding like that's what they're doing.
Right now, I'll go ahead and say it. Let's play this real quick, and then all right, and then we'll talk about what it does well, what it doesn't do well, and then where we see this or don't in other movies.
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead.
It's funny. I've been thinking. You know what I miss? I miss green. Trees and grass. I love green.
I love a hot dog.
The Astrodome. Good hot dogs.
Astrodome. Can't grow good hot dogs indoors. Yankee Stadium. September. Hot dogs have been boiling since the opening day in April. That's a hot dog.
The yellow mustard or the darker one?
Darker.
It's important.
Darker.
You think we're going to get out of this alive?
We have a chance.
A man of few words. I like it.
That's it.
That's it.
Cool.
What does it do for you? What does it do for the movie?
It adds that reflective moment where it's like they talk about something that seemingly doesn't really matter. In this case, it's just like time, like kind of reminding you of why we care about the characters. We want to see them get back to Earth
Because it's not the things that matter that matter.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
What a great way to sum it up too. Just, I miss green.
Yeah.
What a great line.
Yeah.
I mean, that encapsulates so much.
Yeah, and then it feels like such a seamless shift to like, I hope we get out of this alive, or do you think we will?
Yeah.
And like,
Right. They pivot back to the tension. They're
it's
like,
a great breath of fresh
Yeah.
air for a moment. Yeah.
and he sits for a beat on that nice wide shot, which you never get in movies now.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
It's just sit on the wide shot, man, a few
Yeah.
words.
But like these
So
days in
good.
movies, like if you make 2010 today, 9 out of 10 times that little scene is getting cut.
Yeah. I want to say this came out in 86. It might be 84, 86.
Mid-80s.
I mean, when I saw it, I was like 12, 13, whatever. And I remember then going, man, that scene just like makes me like the characters more. I remember thinking that.
Yeah. And the other thing too, from a very functional standpoint, just going back to, how people are making movies today and why they make the choices they're making, that's probably 2/8 of a page of dialogue, maybe 3.
Yep.
It takes up a minute of the film and it costs like nothing to make. And yet it's a great scene that is awesome for character development, for plot development. I mean, to me, that is the biggest no-brainer in writing is to take a beat like that. It's going to cost your crew and your budget nothing, and is going to inject this great pivot into your story at a moment when you need to like recalibrate and kind of like get ready for what's coming.
Yeah.
It's stupid to cut stuff like that, or it's dumb to not think of it.
Yeah.
I so often feel like the characters in the movie never slow down. And so they never feel what they have just been through.
Yeah.
Or have a moment for that psychotic kind of break of, oh my gosh, like, aliens blew up my building and my parents died in it or whatever,
Right.
And it really does that. It just gives you that. To your point, it's so simple to shoot. Like put it the first morning after the late night shoot. Your crew will love
Absolutely.
you.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
It's one setup
and
for
it's honestly,
3 hours.
writing stuff like that is one of the biggest favors you can do for your script, because it's just win on every level.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nobody can say no to it unless your film is already 3 minutes.
And you've not seen
3
the-
hours and 12 minutes long.
Right. But you've never seen this film yet.
No.
Right? So it chops along pretty quick. And I actually think this hot dog scene could have breathed another 20 seconds. I think it could have started with like
So you're
Roy
saying
Scheider.
you would appreciate a longer hot dog.
A little longer hot dog, a foot long.
Oh,
Maybe
yeah,
a
there you
foot
go.
long.
Okay.
Okay.
But like, so at the beginning, we
here first,
established, Roy Scheider and his like 6-year-old kid. He's like, Daddy, how long till you get back? Oh, it'll be 2 years. I got to go to sleep on the way to Jupiter. It would have been cool for him maybe to say like, hey, man, I used to take Chris every, fall to the game. Like some reference back to the family. They could have done that. I think it's just slack 80s writing a little bit.
The thing I like about it though is it's really economical. It's minimal, but it's minimal but meaningful.
Yeah. For sure.
Okay.
So we were talking,
Yeah.
other movies do this too.
Yes.
We found, or we decided.
Or I feel. I mean, I don't know
Yeah.
if it's a black or white switch, but it's something we feel.
Yeah. So what are some other examples of great movies who do this? And you don't really notice it. I feel like that's the kicker of it, is like you don't really notice when the hot dog scene isn't there.
That's why it's
Right.
hard to pick out a movie that didn't have it.
Right. Yes.
Yeah, for sure.
But when it is there, you're like, it makes it that much better.
There's no hot dog scene in any of the Transformers films, and they could each use 12.
Yeah.
Okay, well, let's hit one. So I think for me, like Mines of Moria and Lord of the Rings.
Yep.
And you get to that break, and they're waiting to try to. Gandalf can't remember which path to go
Right.
down.
Is
Yeah,
that when
yeah.
is that when he
Right.
pushes the thing down the well?
Oh,
No, that
it's
comes a little later.
Okay,
before.
okay. Oh, yeah,
But
yeah.
it's when Frodo and Gandalf are talking, and
Yeah.
Gandalf's trying to remember left or right, and they've been there for hours. And it's one of those
Right.
like almost like cross dissolve to 12 hours later.
Right.
And that's when you get that great speech about
None
we're
of us
born-
wish. Yeah, none of us wish that.
Yeah.
And what's happening there? Frodo's reflecting back on what he's about to
Yep.
lose.
And then they decide on a path, and then you find out that Gollum's following them, and then you keep on
Yeah.
trucking.
There's another one like that in the third film. I want to say it's the third film. Sorry, I wasn't prepared for this one, but it's when they're battling, and I want to say, I think it's, sorry, total brain fart. Who's
Lord of the
ma-
Rings has 5 or 6 of
They
these.
probably do.
But
Yeah.
Yeah, there are several.
Yeah.
Aragorn speaks to like that young kid.
Yes, when he's sharpening his
when
sword.
he's sharpening his sword.
Yeah,
That's what I was
awesome.
looking for. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean we're getting ready for like what's going to be
Right.
like one of the most epic things in the history
Yeah.
of
Now, maybe is this technically
Middle
a
Earth
beat? Did Blake
history.
Edwards throw this beat in, and it's called something else?
Blake Snyder.
Blake Snyder. Sorry,
Yeah,
Blake
yeah.
Edwards made Pink Panther.
Blake Edwards. I'm like, yeah, I was going to say
It's way off.
Wow.
I don't know if that's like a beat
Blake
or if we
Edwards
need to
would
have
do a
a
very different thing with the hot dog scene.
if we need beat 9.5 in the whole story thing. But I don't know. I think it's important. Another good one. This is one I think that pushes deeper in the emotional part. Right? It's not just about hot dogs, but it's Die Hard.
Oh yeah, the glass, picking the
glass.
glass out of
Glass
his
in the
feet.
bathroom.
Glass in the
Talking to
bathroom.
Al.
Talking to Al
Tell my wife I was unworthy of her, and you
while
know,
Al is buying yet more Twinkies.
Twinkies.
Eats his feelings, obviously.
You see the Twinkie truck in the background dumping a whole load of Twinkies.
Yeah.
No, but that's a great scene because like
It is.
right, they come off, she's defensed her, and they're shooting all the glass and he's
Right, right,
running
right.
and he dives in the bathroom. I forget exactly why they don't pursue him.
It's up to that point. It's like maybe the most intense
yes,
like
Yeah.
fight sequence in the film.
And it
when
would
he-
have been so easy for him to like just go into the bathroom, cut to him coming out with his foot patched
Right.
up,
yeah,
and then just going on and killing more bad guys.
Right.
You know?
yeah, totally.
A la John Wick.
Could have cut and gone down to down to the 30th floor and had another scene threatening the people.
Yeah.
And then come back up and see him. Yeah, to your point, he found a pair of shoes that some worker left. But they didn't do it. And I think fairly economical. You got some special effects there.
Yeah.
But it's one setup, one shot,
Right.
one lighting setup. I mean, it's pretty easy.
Yeah.
Here's one. I don't know if this counts for you guys to me. Aliens, when we're about midway through, we've had some hard holy crap, we're getting our butt kicked a little. They're tucked away. They think they've welded themselves in safely. And Hicks teaches Ripley how to hold the rifle. And then that transitions to the nap scene when she goes and tucks nude in bed. And I think,
Oh, yeah.
and they don't reflect on like, man, I could use a hot dog right now. But they do talk about the importance of, hey, there's a relational thing there. And maybe that fits into another beat. Somebody could argue in the comments, but for me, it's sort of a hot dog scene.
By the
'cause
way,
it takes a breath.
I did think of a Blake Edwards
Okay.
hot dog scene, but it's not hot dog, it's hot dog out. Sorry, couldn't pass that up. If you're a Pink Panther fan, that'll make sense. If you're not, that will seem wildly random.
Yeah.
All right, I'll throw one more out. So maybe Terminator 2, maybe the scene when they finally get to the desert to kind of hide after they fought with the T-1000 a
Right.
couple of times. And she's sitting on the picnic table and she's like internal monologuing, you know, like this is the only father he's ever known. And he's helping him fix the car.
Yeah.
And there's something that could have, today that would have been cut out. Could have been cut
Possibly.
out.
We may have to have a follow up on this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know if
Because
that
now I'm
really-
going to look for it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because it is. I mean, it is a great device, for lack of a more meaningful term. Because it is meaningful when it's done well.
Yeah.
But it is a great device to slow down, catch a breath for the audience, for the characters, for everything.
Totally.
And it lets you process what has just happened, and it also lets you build anticipation. Because that's the thing. Like I rag on the Transformers films all the time. Great spectacle, but like no point. Really, it's just like a whole bunch of big things blow up a bunch of whole big things, and there's
Which,
some
in
people.
fairness, that's what I went to Transformers to see.
For sure.
But,
absolutely. But there's never a rest. There's never a pause to think about why we're doing this, because there is no why we're doing this. We're just doing this because these things showed up and started shooting stuff. But yeah, that's a really...
I watched a movie the other night that I've been wanting to see for a long time because I'm a big fan of Taron Egerton.
Yep.
And it was good. It was beautiful. The girl that was in it crushed it. It's called She Rides Shotgun.
Oh, I haven't seen that yet.
So
Yeah, I
he
saw
gets
the
out of
trailer the other day.
prison.
Yeah.
I'll try not to spoil it. Spoiler,
No spoilers. I
he'd
haven't
made
seen
some
it.
he'd made some enemies, I guess, getting out of prison.
Right.
They're out to get him. He has to kind of kidnap his daughter.
You can
to,
sort of
to
get
keep
that
her
from
alive.
the trailer
Yes.
so far. I don't have to
kind of
tell
in
you.
the-
That's cool.
Bad things happened in that girl's life before he gets her. And
Right.
they did a great job executing all the way through, minus a few wonky plot holes. But I just wanted a point in the middle where like a 10 or whatever she's 9, 10, 11-year-old girl would just break down crying. I miss mommy.
Right.
You know, and she was a little like, oh, mommy's gone at the beginning, but I get she's in
It never
shock.
got there.
But I think, I think if she had hit that, you would have felt like there had been enough time somehow that the shock wore off. She reacted, and now she has to find herself, and they keep going. But it just was like that constant rise of tension. And I felt like, where's my hot dog scene? Buy the kid a hot dog. Kids like hot dogs.
The friggin' Gen Zers, they can't pay attention for
can't
more
pay
than 3.8
attention.
seconds.
Right. Exactly.
Good modern example of this, just so it's not like, all 80s movies and you're sitting there watching us wondering if this is like some outdated concept that only 80s movies and 90s movies did. I found that The Equalizer does it. So after a lot of fighting has gone down and he's, killed a bunch of Russians, he goes off to visit where his old boss lives
Like his
from
mentor.
the CIA or whatever. Yeah, his mentor,
Yep.
who lives in this mansion out in the middle of whatever. And they just like sit and have a meal and have tea and talk for a little while before getting back into plot stuff, talking about the bad guy.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that's like a good example of like a modern, like, that was what, 10 years ago? I don't know. Yeah.
There's a scene in The Matrix where they're driving down the street. He's knowingly in The Matrix for the first time. He's like, I used to eat there all the time. They have best noodles.
Yeah.
It's like this
yeah,
little
yeah.
thing
yeah.
that ties like,
Dude, that's
I'm seeing
good.
this completely differently. Like
good.
this was so familiar and now it's completely different. But
That is interesting. That makes me think too, like, and I hate to jump back to 80s, but sorry. Like in 2010, that hot dog scene, those dudes they had to make the ship do the thing to get
Right.
home no matter what. But in some movies, you have a choice. Do I keep going or do I go
Right,
back? Right.
right.
I was thinking about Goonies, like when they get to that point where they've made it past a couple of booty traps, and they get to the well and they're finding the money and they think it's a treasure. And they're like, wait, this is quarters. And then, Mikey's like, it's their time up there, but it's our time down here. And he's setting the stakes, and it's like a breath where they're all resting.
Right.
I think that's maybe a part of it is the character literally is resting. They're
Right.
sitting, laying, chilling. And he's like, it's sort of do you want to keep going?
Yeah.
I guess they couldn't go back because the Fratellis were behind them, but
Well,
Yeah.
they could have ridden up on the bucket,
Yeah.
So it's a little bit of a choice moment too, but I don't know if that one counts. Somebody in the comments right now is going, these are not hot dog scenes.
Yeah. I hate 2010.
They have a technical story.
It was,
Right.
It was a disgrace to Mr.
Disgrace to
Kubrick's
Mr.
story. No.
Anyway, all right. Well,
yeah.
I think we should have a round two because this is just such a fun little nugget of movies that I feel like is largely lost or at least brushed over so fast for the sake of keeping up with the attention span.
Yeah.
And I think it has a lot of value in movies. So
I think we should do a follow-up, and I think there should be friggin' hot dogs.
dude, we should go to Quick Trip and get roller dogs.
That's what I'm saying.
That's
Get
what I'm
roller
talking
dogs
about.
before we do the
All right.
follow-up.
Like, subscribe. Give us your hot dog scene if you think we're right or wrong, or leave
Keep
us
it
one that
clean,
we
people.
didn't.
Keep it clean.
Keep it very clean.
Yeah.
Give us one if you think we left one out. Maybe there's something that we didn't think of. And also, where is your favorite hot dog from? Quick Trip, Racetrack, or some other gas establishment?
Our Costco for $1.15 with a drink.
Y'all come again.
All right.
All right.